I mean, for Christ's sake, are you kidding me with that?
Welcome back.
Oh, baby. I mean, honestly, Cookies, I warned them. I said, I will tell you this story, but you can't turn this into a drop. What did I do? I don't care. That's fabulous in all the worst ways possible, but that's fantastic. Listen, this is a jam-packed program. I am beyond excited as I come to you live from Saratoga. Cookies in the command center. Look, if you ever wondered if my hit list has limitations, the answer is simply no. I'm not even in the state currently. And what happened? Jim, you saw the news.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone saw the news. I'm not saying there's a conspiracy. I'm not saying it. But what I am saying is that little house outside LCA mysteriously burning to the ground last night. Oh, boy. I mean, I'm just saying, we've made fun of that house for years. And really, we ratcheted it up the last few weeks. Rico and I even talked about, and station management put the kibosh on it, we wanted to do a live cookout from the blighted house to just celebrate what a great season the Tigers have had and really just what a hit the district's been. And then I got the news this morning, Jim. That house mysteriously burning to the ground. It's out of the way now.
Mysteriously.
Well, I'm not in a position to tell you what happened. I just know that it did. I mean, my hit list is undefeated, and now it's just not limited to athletes. Now we're taking real estate shots on the hit list.
Well, I love that you bring this up when you were out of the state, so you can't be blamed for this. Like, there's no trace to Mike. He's out in Sarasota or wherever the hell you are, and
you know, it is amazing. I mean, you guys need some new material. Sarasota, get out of here.
It's on the bingo card for today. I got to get at least three more.
Because I'm the
before...
guy going to the Redneck Riviera. I'm that guy. Maybe you know who goes to Sarasota? People like Jansen, Hillbillies.
Oh wow! I do know that Rico's not here. Do we know his whereabouts over the weekend? Did he take one for the team? Just pointing it out.
Cookies, it sounds terrible, but he had two things planned. So I don't know which weekend was which. I don't want to speak on it.
I think he was gone, though, so it couldn't be Rico. So somebody else or something else.
Is this the weekend I was supposed to burn the house down, or was that next week?
Yeah, Kenny's Rolodex. Let's check his schedule.
He's got a...
But, I mean, seriously, though, like, what a great piece of luck for the Illiches. I mean, I'm just saying, it's the biggest eyesore. It's one of the biggest embarrassments, really, locally. The idea that you have this shimmering, gleaming new stadium, and let's face it, the district has not gone well. But to have a blighted crack shack behind your stadium, you won't pay the $4 million to get it done. And then, as luck would have it, that thing just burns down. That's a damn shame. Now, they still don't have the land, but at least you don't have to look at the damn thing. City will clean it up. They'll put some dandelions there. That house made them look bad. So, sometimes the universe grants you a gift, I guess. The house mysteriously burnt down. Too bad. You hate to see it. So one of our favorite bits is gone now, Cookies. It's over. I can't even bring up the house.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no end in sight. I mean, everything you put on that hit list ends up burned down, fired, or in some way out of town.
What's next? I got to start adding things now when I get back to town here. I mean, what's next? Alavila?
Yeah, I mean,
no,
come on, it's right there.
Please listen, that one I don't even want to go there. I will say this. I said it to Jimmy to when we were talking pre-show, David. I said the one thing I don't want to talk about. There's nothing to say with the Tigers.
No.
There's nothing. It doesn't even matter at this point. I thought the Miggy stuff was mildly interesting for about 5 minutes. And then I think he got a panicked call from the Players Association and his agent and his financial manager probably and said, yeah, you're not walking away from $32 million. We're going to go ahead and run this thing back next year. So get out there and tell people you feel fine. That was really the only issue of the weekend. Today's going to be football, and then more football. We got the AP poll came out, I believe, or coaches poll, whatever. They're both useless, but it gives us something to talk about. We got to talk Dan Campbell. I know Cookies has a fabulous angle to get to at 3 o'clock. Got a couple of blitzes. I do want to get into Deshaun Watson a little bit too. So, I mean, look, there's a lot to do, but I did want to open with that and have a moment of silence for that poor crack house that met its untimely end.
Well, Mike, maybe this is the omen we need. This was the one thing holding the district back, the city back, all the teams back. Now that the house is burned down,
the levee is broken. Now we can have this unlimited urban development.
The last decade of losing and failure and ineptitude, it all burned down last night, this morning, whenever it was, and now we can begin anew, rising from the ashes. The city of Detroit's glory.
That's just a real stroke of good luck for the Illiches. Really happy for them. So look, let me get into Deshaun Watson here, because not the initial thing. Cookies, I want you to tell me if I'm taking it too far. But my understanding of this from the beginning, Goodell and the owners did not want to be in the discipline business anymore. Agreed?
Yep. That's why they did this whole process. Yep.
Right. We're going to hire an arbiter. It was a female judge. Suspension came down late last week. I know that's all been covered. 6 games. Whether you agree with it, disagree with it, just work with it on surface that the process played out, and he was given 6 games by someone that has nothing to do with the NFL. Are we still on the same page?
Mm-hmm.
So, now the NFL is filing an appeal. And it makes no sense if you don't want to be in the discipline business. So the cynical side of me came out, and I wanted one segment on this, maybe 2 tops. But it was, okay, now I see what's going on. Old Raj is going to do what a lot of people do. He's doctor shopping so he can get the right prescription. He wants to go and get a few of the pills he needs. He wants to doctor shop. He'll continue to go out, and we're going to find another arbiter because I didn't like the answer from the last one. And I don't want to be the one to go out and make the decision. Like for the NFL, after they receive the 6 games, you can put this thing to bed. We all know what's going to happen. People are going to all the shows the day the announcement came out. Hammer it, hammer it, hammer it, hammer it. Okay, great. Story's over. It is over. You don't have to like it, but it's over. And we can move on. But see, the NFL can't help themselves. The owners are upset, and Goodell's upset that the Browns aren't going to get hammered financially, and the Browns broke rank. The old boys club doesn't do fully guaranteed deals. They just don't do it. And Watson got one. And they structured it where only $1 million was in play for this upcoming season. And the owners hated it. Owners have publicly gone out and criticized it. So when the decision came down, and they didn't get the indefinite, which, by the way, is an absurd ask. It's absurd to go out and ask for a, quote, indefinite suspension when it might not be all of the cases, but almost all, like 24 of 25, have been settled, and you move forward. You don't have to like Deshaun Watson. Hell, he is probably a terrible guy. The point I'm making is you followed a new protocol. You hired the arbitrator. She ruled. It's over until it's not. Now the NFL's doctor shopping, and they're going to go out until they can get what they want. Cookies, just tell me, am I too cynical with this, or am I on target?
No, I'm right there with you. Here's the thing. I can't believe, I guess I can believe it now, that they would go back and undermine Sue L. Robinson because they had the perfect scapegoat. They had it all set up. They go, she's an impartial, she's a third party, she made the decision. We thought it should have been more, but gosh darn it, this new protocol prohibited us from giving him a bigger suspension. And now the business of football rolls on. You take it as a 24-hour story, and it doesn't become a 72-hour story or a whole week away. We're still talking about it. I thought the NFL screwed this up. Even if they wanted more, they should have stuck to their guns with the new process. Otherwise, what's the point? Like, Mike, seriously, if they just wanted to give him indefinite, they should have just done that to begin with. You call it doctor shopping, and it is, but They're also a doctor themselves. They've disciplined before. Why don't they just hand down the suspension they want instead of playing this shell game and going, well, this judge didn't give us what we wanted. Maybe the next one will. And if he doesn't, then maybe the next one will. Roger, why don't you just tell us what you want? Because clearly that's where this is headed anyway. It is a sham process if you're not going to just stick with, and I thought it was too light, but if you're not going to stick with the 6-game suspension.
So, let me throw the number out and just see if anyone wants to wrap on this, because I'm fascinated by it, and this is where, Jim, I think you nailed it. Just get out of this realm. Players are going to get arrested. Players are going to get accused of stuff. Players are going to have to go through criminal process. They're going to have to go through civil process. You need to stay away from all of it. And I think fans, I'll tell you straight away what I think you need to do. You need to be willing to let the processes play out, and these guys are going to play through it. The reality is we can't be in the justice business as sports leagues. When guys break a protocol, they take drugs, performance-enhancing things, they do get openly arrested. Okay, we might need to step in and keep you off the field. But this idea that somehow now, what is it that Roger wants, or what is it fans want? You want when a player's accused of something in civil court to then never play? No. It's just, we cannot go back to this deal. The NFL had their chance to be in the discipline business, and they screwed it up wildly. From the moment the Ray Rice thing happened all the way through Deflategate, it's an absurdity.
But, Mike, I would argue they're still in it. By appealing this decision from Sue L. Robinson, they're still in it. They are not happy with a third party. They have to have more control. So I agree the goal should be have your third party. Live with the decision even if you don't like it. But they can't do that. They're too
So where are
power
fans
hungry.
on it? That's my question. Like, look, it doesn't involve a Detroit Lion. I know that. But as fans, are you comfortable and willing to move forward where the NFL stays out of the discipline game? And that's going to mean players dealing with off-field issues, playing through them. Are you willing? Are you okay with that? Because there's no middle ground. The middle ground is gone. It's either NFL's going to play Judge Judy, or the NFL stays out of it, puts up their hands and goes, what? Due process. Innocent until proven guilty. And if it's not a criminal issue, we're completely staying out of it. And you don't have to like it. You don't have to like Deshaun Watson. You could think he's a complete scumbag. The bottom line is the NFL shouldn't be in the discipline game and doctor shopping and seeking indefinite